Today on Omni Garage, we've got a really quick and short one for you, but what we've got behind us is a car that was in the garage only 2 weeks ago. So this is a BMW X5 in this fantastic, it's like a nardo-y grey colour. We did a full paint enhancement detail on this and did a ceramic coating with CSL and EXO. Now, the reason it's back to us is it's picked up a little bit of damage. So unfortunately, something has hit the front of this car. It's bounced up the actual hood of the car and it's left a little bit of damage in the paint. So the customer has reached back out to us to see if we can correct and re-protect the hood of this car. I'll bring you closer and show you exactly what the damage is that we're trying to correct out today. So it's super unfortunate this car is back with us so soon, but you should be able to see it right in the center of the camera there. We've picked up some damage there, so it's more of a scuff than a deep scratch, but you do catch your fingernail on it. So we're going to do our absolute best to try and correct this out for the customer. The key here is going to be to blend it. You can see it there, it's very, very visible, especially from the driver's seat. So what we're going to do is try and blend that out as much as we can. Now, what we are going to need to do in order to get this coating to bond nicely is we need to correct out this whole hood. We want to make sure that we don't cut any corners here and that we get a really good bond on the crystal serum light in the EXOv5 that we need to reapply. So what looks like a very, very small job because it's only impacted a little bit of the hood is actually quite a sizey job and will take us some time, but we're going to do our best to start on this concentrated area right here, correct this out and see how good we can get this before looking to polish wider and then starting on the blending. Now the first thing that we're going to need to do is decontaminate this hood. So it's been a couple of weeks without a wash. We're going to use rinseless wash here today. We're just going to work on the area that we're going to be working on today, which is the hood. This customer hasn't booked in for a full detail today, so we are really concentrating the work that we're doing on the repair. So what we've got already is we've got our rinseless wash all made up in the bucket down here. We're going to get our sponge out. We've got our solo sprayer as well, and we'll clean this hood down. And so we're rinseless, so now just a nice dry using a microfiber towel here. We don't need to pull out the leaf blower to do a job of this size. And we should be able to show you in a second, once this is all dry, exactly what we're working with and trying to correct out of the paint here. Now we're dry, you should be able to see nice and clearly there on the camera exactly what we're working with. It has hit here, and then it's clearly bounced up to the top part of the hood before going onto the windscreen. So I think the strategy here is we're going to just start concentrated in that area. We might pull out the nano polishing machine and just see if we can work one of the areas. We're going to go least aggressive first, so we're going to go with our foam pad and potentially some perfect finish and just see if we can get it to correct out that way. So actually what I've decided to do is get the nano out here, and I've popped the rotary on there, but I'm using the rotary with the Rupes yellow, combining that with some perfect finish. And this is kind of counterintuitive. We're trying to go the least aggressive polish to see if we can just polish it out rather than needing to compound. And I've got the rotary on here to really concentrate this on the area. I will hit this up, if this works successfully, I will hit this up with the 3-inch Rupes hybrid machine with the dual action on it, and then we will correct the rest of it out that way and obviously spread wider on the hood. So kind of got that primed a little bit there. Let's get started and see if we can correct this area out. And I'm going to be leaning on the hood here as well, so I've got this towel on here, put it like this actually, just so I'm not incurring any scratches myself on the side of the panel, and I can safely lean because goodness, it's right in the center of the, right in the center here. So I might start on that area there, and actually what I need to do beforehand is take a couple of pictures. Number one for the thumbnail of this video, and number two so I can clearly show the scratch removal on here. So just keeping in mind I'm using the rotary, so I really don't want to do too many passes across it. I probably push that a little bit far there, but I want to just see as a starting point what we can get to. You definitely don't want to concentrate that rotary on one particular area for a prolonged period of time. So I can see there immediately it has made an improvement to it. However, we're going to need to go deeper on that. So I might try, we've got a big scuff in this area here. I'm going to try with that area, see if we can get a similar result with it, but I have a feeling here we're going to need to break out a microfiber pad, potentially a wool. Show you guys the polish removal here. So this is the area we're working. If we wipe all of that away. So what you can see is with that yellow pad, we have made an improvement to it, but it's still pretty clear, particularly in that area there, that we still have our scratch. So we're going to need to go a bit more aggressive here. So what I'm going to do is actually get my 3-inch machine, and I'm going to pop a microfiber cutting pad on there with some compound, and we'll go again. So, and the product of choice that we're going to be using, let's take that off the hood, is going to be the Griot's Fast Correcting Cream. So we'll give that a go in this area. And this is our dual action machine. So much, much safer in this. Now we've identified that that nano is not going to do the job with the foam pad on there anyway. Such an awkward spot of the hood to be working. We'll crank up our speed. We have to one-hand this here, just based on this angle, and not wanting to lean too hard on this hood. I can tell looking through the paint there that this is going to require quite a few passes in order to remove. So we're obviously removing the coating at the same time as we're doing this. So we've significantly improved the scratches there. We are going to need to go again with another set of 4 passes at least. I'll bring the camera over and just show you where we're at. So already you can see there significant improvement, although we do have some deeper scratching there, right there and there, but we can catch our fingernail in those. So we're only going to be able to level those down to a certain degree. So there's going to be a point here where we need to make a decision around how much further we want to push, how much more clear we want to remove from this. I'm going to do another set of 4 passes concentrated in this area here, specifically here, and seeing if we can pull some of those out. But as I said, fingernails getting caught in that, so you're not going to be able to pull them out all the way. So we're going to go again, Fast Correcting Cream. We could go something more aggressive. I find Griot's Fast Correcting Cream is fantastic though. We've been able to remove some pretty serious defects from paint using Fast Correcting Cream. We will hit that area again. It doesn't leave a whole lot of haze. I can see a tiny bit of haze through this paint here. That'll correct out in 2 passes with perfect finish. But let's go again with our Fast Correcting Cream. And it's a remarkable improvement. I'm going to do a couple of little areas here with the nano, just really concentrated on the scratching. But for the most part, that has been removed. So we'll go nano in a couple of areas, and then we'll hit it again with the D8, and then we will move to spread out to the whole hood. I just want to perfect finish this whole hood again, because what I want to do is recoat the whole thing. And in order to make sure that it bonds correctly, I just want the whole panel covered. So now we've got the hybrid nano, and we're using our Sonax perfect finish on the yellow pad on the dual action, obviously, of this machine. This will correct out any of the hazing that we managed to pick up by using the microfiber and the Fast Correcting Cream. Very, very limited though in terms of what you actually pick up there. So we can finish off that area and then polish out the whole hood. So off camera here, what we'll do is we'll go around and we will finish off correcting out this hood, removing all of the coating, and then we'll come back to panel wipe and reapply the CSL EXO on here. Actually, just quickly, we'll show you that light line there. So you can see all of the major defects are out, just that little piece that you can see right there where the scratch has hit fingernail. But otherwise, if you actually follow that light across the hood there, the majority of those scratches there, ignore the Ignore the area of the hood where I've pushed and polished just over that way there. But we've managed to correct out the scratches that were right in the center there. Okay, so we've gone and we have corrected out the whole hood here. Well, not really corrected. We have more buffed it out, polished it, just so it's going to accept our coating nicely. I almost forgot to bring you guys along. We have coated the majority of this bonnet up until like this point here. So we've done a third already. So I'll bring you guys along and show you the next third of the bonnet. All right, and we are not using our traditional coating applicator because we thought we would not use the whole one just to do a hood of a vehicle. We'll pop our coating back on there. And really, it's as simple as that. So if you do manage to damage your car, have something fly up onto it, or have a little scratch, something that can be removed, something that is small, you can fix it. Now, keeping in mind, the only way that we could fix this is we actually opened another bottle of coating. We had a little bit left over from another client, because otherwise you're having to crack a brand new bottle just to do a small fix-up job like this. So it can absolutely be done. Obviously, the ideal is that you don't have to do this and you're coating and your car looks great for years to come. But if you end up in a situation where you've got a little bit of damage, it's not the end of the world. It can be fixed. Apart from the bit where you can catch your fingernail in, that cannot be fixed. But for something this small, you'd be really hard pressed to take this in, make an insurance claim on it, or potentially go for a repaint. I mean, really, the only way to fix this up completely would be to wet sand that back, maybe repaint, but easy as that. Omni Garage can fix up the work that we did a couple of weeks ago. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later.